What it do, what it do. I'm here to talk some NFL because it has really been an absolutely crazy past, we'll say 5 days, really, since Sunday. We'll start with Calvin Ridley, Falcons wide receiver. Calvin Ridley announced Sunday he had to step away from football at this time to focus on his mental health. As you can see, he prepared a statement that he posted on his Twitter. These past few weeks have been very, very challenging, and as much as I'd like to be on the field competing with my teammates, I need to step away from football at this time and focus on my mental well being. This will help me to be the best version of myself now and in the future. I want to thank my teammates, the entire Atlanta Falcons organization, our great fans, my friends, and my family for all their support during this time. Now, who knows how long this hiatus is going to be, whether it'll last the whole season, whether it'll go into next season. We really don't know. He literally, it was literally announced that he wasn't going to play this past Sunday, maybe an hour or two before the game. And the Falcons ended up losing 19-13. Now, his numbers have been down a bit this season. You wonder if it's partly because of whatever mental health issues he's going through. But last year, he was one of the most productive receivers, nearly having 1,400 yards receiving and 9 touchdowns. So, huge loss for Matt Ryan and the Falcons. After that, let's look at Mike White. So Mike White says here, Mike White by the numbers. Jets quarterback had best first start for any signal caller in NFL history. Mike White was a fifth round choice of the Dallas Cowboys in 2018, but had never played in a game up until 2 Sundays ago when Zach Wilson left the Jets game with injury. Threw 2 interceptions against the Patriots. The Jets played the Cincinnati Bengals, who were the top seed in the AFC heading into the game, and the Jets pulled off a major upset with Mike White in his first career start. If you look at some of these marks, most passing yards in first career start, Mike White had the second most in NFL history of 405. But most passes completed in first start, look who's atop. Mike White, 37, four more than anyone else. And highest completion percentage ever in their first career start. Mike White also is now the all time leader at 82.22%, passing Stan Humphries in 1990, 80%. I believe he was on the Redskins back then. He did make a Super Bowl with the Chargers, Stan Humphries. And Mike White was also the first Jets quarterback in 21 years since Vinny Testaverde to throw for over 400 yards for the team. Next, let's look at something that broke out, I believe, on Tuesday. Odell Beckham's dad rips Baker Mayfield for son struggles on same day Kevin Stefanski addresses them. So Browns search for answers. OBJ's father posts videos showing wide open son not getting the ball. So, yes, on Tuesday he posted a video on Twitter, 11 minutes long, that basically highlighted why he believed that Baker Mayfield wasn't doing a good job getting the ball to Odell Beckham. And, it just seems like Baker Mayfield was absolutely shocked that this occurred. From what I've heard, he always thought he had a good relationship with OBJ's father. And now Beckham has been excused from practice the past 2 days. And it's starting to look like he may never play for the Browns again. Next, let's look into this. Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers tests positive for COVID-19. Rules for unvaccinated NFL players when Packers quarterback can return, and more. This news broke yesterday that Aaron Rodgers tested positive for COVID-19, and now backup quarterback Jordan Love, their first round pick last year, will start Sunday night's game against the Kansas City Chiefs. It was quite surprising because everyone had assumed that Aaron Rodgers was vaccinated. He used the words, as it says here on ESPN. He said in August that he had already been immunized, and he hasn't been observed doing any of the things that unvaccinated players are supposed to do, such as, I believe, like wearing a mask on the sideline. He hasn't done any of that, so, why has he had different rules than other unvaccinated players? That's unclear. But yes, Aaron Rodgers will now miss Sunday night's game against the Kansas City Chiefs, and I believe that spread went from almost a pick 'em to the Chiefs now being favored by like 7.5. Due to Aaron Rodgers being out. And last, unfortunately, let's look at this. Henry Ruggs III drove 156 miles per hour seconds before the fatal car crash. Apparently, according to airbag records, he was still traveling about 127 miles per hour when his car struck another vehicle, killing a 23-year-old woman and her dog. Now Henry Ruggs, 22 years old. This is something he's going to have to live with the rest of his life. This isn't the channel where I'm going to give my opinion on a matter like this, but, obviously heartbreaking news, and, this is the last thing we're going to talk about for the past 5 days and what has been a crazy news cycle in the NFL. Tonight, we got the New York Jets versus the Indianapolis Colts. I have Michael Carter in fantasy, and I have the Colts in my survivor pool. So, let's see if tomorrow I'm still smiling or if I have been eliminated from survivor. But I've done a good job, staying alive all this time. All right, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit that like, hit the bell for notifications. Follow my Twitch in the About Me. I'll be posting podcasts on there once or twice a week. And enjoy the rest of your Thursday.